So today is December 5th, 2022, and we just got a developer diary for Project L, and we're gonna break it down. And I swear to God, Ruvelmonger, you are not gonna take this away from me. That's a joke, by the way, because I know some people don't understand those. No hate to Ruvelmonger. So if you haven't checked out the original video, go check it out on Riot's page. I'm not just going to copy and paste it and react to it. I've already seen the video. I'm just analyzing the data. So I'm just going to go in order of what we see. The biggest thing that they show off first is that we're seeing Illaoi and we're seeing how her tentacle is working. So in League of Legends, after Illaoi hits the opponent, she will spawn a tentacle. It looks like in this game, after specific moves, she will be able to actually spawn a tentacle, and it's going to be close to the opponent, but not necessarily right on top of them. The tentacle also has like this follow-up attack that seems like it happens after a set amount of time, but it also might be due to the specific move that Illaoi is using at that time. But what we can get from this information that they've given us is that you're basically going to be in some type of hentai, because you're getting slapped with tentacle oki. I also want to note that the tentacle actually has a upward hitbox right here. So it can help Illaoi get juggles, get combos, possibly save a combo if you don't know exactly where you are in the combo, or if you know, some type of scramble situation. And while we did get a good chunk of information about Illaoi, the big thing here is the gameplay and how exactly it's going to work. And I actually just caught this. This might happen a lot during this video, but if you take a close look, and I know a lot of you caught this because y'all be saying y'all be fucking dodging goddamn all the command grabs in the goddamn world, but for a few frames, Illaoi actually flashes green, and then her tentacle strikes. This might be what causes her tentacle to actually activate, and like I said, it might be on specific moves, because she's turning green twice during this clip, specifically with this one move. So right here, they're talking about the movement. Like I said, I'm not gonna play the audio, but they're talking about how specific characters will have specific movement options. If you check this out, Ahri has an air dash. Ahri has a 8-way movement in the air. So she's kind of moving like she's goddamn Doom or Magneto. Those types of characters. I think Iron Man can do it in Marvel. So if you like those movement-based characters, Ahri's probably definitely going to be for you. But if you've been checking out my channel, I released this Echo clip. Or not clip, this Echo video, and I was mentioning his rewind mechanic. So I'm gonna play the clip right here. Boom. It's pink again. It's like he's holding the button to charge it up. And if you notice, Darius is still blocking. Echo gets to cross him up, and he is still blocking. But Darius automatically switches his guard to the right side. And this can unfortunately mean that this game might have a block button within it. And I know some of you guys might be saying you can't fucking determine that just by looking at the footage. But you also got to take into consideration that they said they're trying to make it easy to get into and unlocking the fun at all levels. And that kind of includes being able to block certain mix-ups. Or we can just be a little bit delusional and just pray that this bitch just has a fuck ton of block stun. Either way, Echo can hold his specials. They change properties. He has some extra shit that we get to notice in this trailer from his last one that they dropped last year. So we get to see a little bit of Ahri. We actually haven't seen too much of her. But what we do know is that she has fireballs that she can follow up behind. Now, these aren't just regular fireballs. In League, she has this ability called Foxfire, where she summons 3 little fireballs to rotate around her, and when she becomes in proximity of an enemy, they will go and latch out and attack them. That's what these fireballs actually are. These fireballs are her Foxfire. So she has the Foxfires on at the beginning of the clip. She throws the 3 fireballs out, and then she loses the rotating fireballs around her. which means that she's going to have to do something specific in game in order to gain access to this fireball. It's not just going to be a consistent thing that she can just do whenever the fuck she wants to. So we got to see the 8-way dash, we got to see the Foxfire, her fireballs, and we get to see a bunch of normals. It seems like she kind of swings from a good distance. She has a cross-up button. It's not a taco. It looks like it hits in front and behind her. So Ari's looking like she's gonna be pretty freaking dope. Looks like she has some good range to her normals and shit. She can poke and shit. So she looks like she's gonna be very fun. So next up, we get to see some very fun stuff that all the crackheads love to see. That's offense. That's wall bounces. That's Oki. It's the new moves. In this small little clip, we get so much shit, and it's so exciting. So first off, we have the jump cancelable normals, and then plus we have the wall bounce. This wall bounce is new. I don't think they showed anything like this during any of the other trailers. And the jump cancelable normals, we've seen that before. And what's this? Echo, you dirty fucking Nash main. What are you doing with this bullshit? So Echo looks like he has like some type of command dash that has a hitbox on it, and it also has a follow-up afterward. Finally, in this whole exchange, Jinx gets air reset into a time winder into a high-low mix-up. So again, this is Echo just being dirty. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of sauce in this game. Next up, we got Jinx. I'm just showing this small little clip right here because they're really emphasizing the characters. The characterizations in Project L are going to be literally so amazing. This conveys Jinx so much. She's carefree, she's a maniac, she's crazy, she doesn't care about anything, and this walk really emphasizes that. So we actually get to see a little bit of movement here. She's wave dashing back. She pulls out her little W, which is actually a slow in League. She pulls out Boom Boom, which is a rocket launcher, and she has a hammer. I don't know where she got the hammer from, but I really like it for a character. It makes sense. We've seen this before though. I do want to emphasize when she pulls out her laser, her slow in League, it gives like Echo a status effect. He's like being shocked midair. And this is just like how Echo's Time Winder slows people. So I believe status effects are going to be very much a thing, or at least certain things are going to happen and extended amounts of hit stun is going to happen. The one thing I don't like is her fucking face. It's really weird. It might just be because of how crazily they convey her. It just offsets me, which is actually really kind of dope now that I think about it. Alright, and next up we are done with the offensive mechanics actually, and we actually get to see two things right here in this clip. We get to see that we have push block, which is actually fantastic. Push block is annoying, but push block is actually very useful. And then we also get to see the first instance of the tag switching mechanic, which it looks like, well, not even looks like, it is, where you're going to be able to tag somebody in and then swap to them midway. This is just like Power Rangers. I'm trying to think if there's any other games that are tag games that lets you do this, but I can't at the moment. So next we actually get to see Ari spike her opponent down into the assist call, which is pretty normal in assist-based games. But this is a new move right here. This is her Q orb in League where she throws it out and it will come back to her. It looks like it's going to be some type of super, or maybe it's going to be an EX move. I'm not too sure, but it kind of flashes like it's going to be a super. It knocks down. I don't think she gets anything after it, but it's really cool to see that they're implementing that Q ability into her kit for a super. She can definitely move around, get Oki maybe, if she wants to set it up on a knockdown, but she can definitely like continue a combo after it. It's just thinking about what else you can do with this. So up next we get to see some, looks like some pretty standard Darius stuff. He has an like a command dash in his kit, but right here we get to see the first of the assist based moves and properties of the game. I believe the developers called it assist action, handshake tag, and dynamic save. So looks like you can call your assist midway through your combos, and you should be able to continue the combo from there. So we see 2 new moves, one of them being Ahri's Charm, which I don't know if it's her standard grab or if it's a command grab, but Echo's blocking and he gets hit by this. And then we get to see Jinx's anti-air laser. So something that I do want to note is that Ahri is doing like some type of FADC cancel, focus attack dash cancel if you haven't played SF4. Basically like Drive Rush in the new Street Fighter. So she glows blue and she's able to dash after this normal that she does. It could be just Ahri specifically, but it could be possible that we might be able to spend a bar or meter or so, and then we can dash cancel normals, which would be absolutely nuts with all the bullshit that's already going on in this game. So outside of that, we see Jinx hit Ahri with a launcher, she sparks yellow, and Darius comes in, kind of like a TAC in Marvel. If you don't know what those are, you can hit, I believe it's like special on a button, and or special in a direction, and you can swap in your mid and your anchor characters, and they can do whatever combos that they want from there. If you don't know it from Marvel, what you can do is you can super tag in Dragon Ball and bring in, say, Gohan if you were originally Gogeta, and continue the combo from there. That's all that's going on here. Pretty standard stuff. So this next exchange is actually kind of crazy. There's a lot of shit going on. We have the Foxfires from earlier. Ahri sends those out, and she runs up, and she 6Ms, like Dragon Ball 6M. That's definitely an overhead. And she assist calls to get the combo conversion. So Echo's coming in, he's gonna hit Jinx, and what happens is Jinx actually uses the combo breaker mechanic to stop that from happening. They go back to neutral. Jinx is shooting off some rockets, you know, to put on a little bit of pressure from full screen, and yeah, you know, standard combo breaker shit, you know, standard overhead into assist call to get the combo to continue. So next up we have Jinx setting out her Chomp Chomps. This is her E ability. It snares people in League and you can attack them. They can't move. What happens in this exchange is that she sends out Echo and she swaps to Echo. So Echo is now the playable character. His assist actually hits the Chomp Chomp, which moves it forward. And then Echo himself hits it, which moves it forward again. It latches onto Darius and it hits him. And then after a short amount of time, it pops, he takes damage, Echo gets a combo. So after this exchange, we really don't see anything really cool. We see Ahri swapping in off of her assist. We see her swapping back to Darius. We see Jinx swapping into Echo. And we see Jinx coming back in for a spike, an air laser, and then she does a super at the end. Pretty cool. It's the first time we've seen the super for her. So we're coming up to the end of the video. If you've watched the video, I'm not really going to say anything new, so if you want to click off, that's fine. But he states that we have 2 different options for assists, which I've noticed with Echo in the Echo video that I did. And then there's a hold option for the assist where the character will actually get like some type of dash, either before they assist, or I believe the dash is the assist call. So with the dash actually being the assist call, I'm not too sure if they mean we get to choose from these 3 options mid-match, or if we have to pick which of the first 2 assists that we want, and then we get the dash automatically also. It's looking like we have the choice between actually all 3 during mid-match, which is actually kind of cool. Cross Tag Battle did this. They're actually about to show some Cross Tag Battle examples of what you can do with the assist calls also. So right here we're going to see the handshake tag in action. She calls in Echo, immediately swaps to him right after the assist. But what's important here is that we have sandwiches right here between the 2 characters. It looks like Jinx actually gets locked down by Ahri, and midway through that she swaps to Echo, and she has to hold that left-right mix. Now, I'm not too sure if this disproves my block button theory, because she's blocking here, and then she gets hit by Echo. She gets hit by the low, which means that she couldn't have been blocking low, and there could still be a block button in the game, but you just never know until they decide to say, hey, there's no block button, hey, there is a block button. So the last thing that they're going to show us today is Dynamic Save, which is the combo breaker. If you've played any game with the combo breaker or spark or, you know, anything that to keep the person off of you, then, you know, this is exactly what it's gonna be like. I wish I had more to say about it, but it's just such a simple mechanic in my eyes that there's not much that I can say about it. So overall, we got to learn a lot about Project L today. We didn't get a name, we didn't get any new characters, but we saw a lot of new footage. We actually got a new stage. If you're not familiar with League lore, I believe this is Ionia. This is the home of people like Aurelia, Yasuo, I believe Master Yi, and Zed are also from Ionia. So it's possible that we will be getting a good representation of Ionia in this game. I'm thinking that it's going to be Yasuo, just due to where the location of the gameplay is. This kind of looks like where his login intro was, unless I'm misremembering it. But I think he has a very good chance of getting in the game, just solely for the fact of where this is right now. I also want to state that I believe the game is a lot further along than we think it is. You got to remember that, I believe 3-4 months ago, they said they were wrapping up these mechanics. And they're finally presenting them to us. So they're probably in the works of more characters than what we believe. I think Alawi might actually be done and actually being finalized, despite what they say. But hey, we don't know any insider information. Leaks and shit, that shit's not real. The Project L subreddit has been going nuts with hopium and copium when we finally got some type of news. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. If I see anything else that I didn't notice, I might make another video about it. But if you enjoy the content, definitely leave a like, comment, subscribe. Help me out with the YouTube algorithms, so we can beat out you know, all the bigger YouTubers that are already covering other fighting games. You know, let's get some new blood in here, and hopefully we're gonna get this game soon. It's gonna flourish. And we'll get a bunch of new faces in the FGC. So I'll catch you guys soon.